Hey everybody, Trainer Joe here, bringing you something fresh. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 10 best foods for weight loss. You got to ask yourself, how can I get the required nutrition, the nutrition I really have to have, without getting too many calories that's going to cause weight gain? That's what we're running into. So that causes us to want to know, so what should I be eating so I can make that happen? Because you're going to burn it or wear it. Whatever we take in, we're burning or wear it. So we need to be somewhat selective. I'm working with a guy who's down 70 plus pounds, and he said, Joe, what I'm doing is I'm trying to have as much fun as I possibly can on 1,800 calories. Once you buy in and you decide, I'm not going to live this way anymore, I'm not going to live this obese lifestyle, you become more interested in what those 10 foods might be because you realize I'm not just going to eat anything like maybe you used to. I'm going to bring it in so that I can weigh what I'm supposed to weigh and be relatively healthy. Most people know some of the basics. Some people don't know much about nutrition, but pretty much everybody knows broccoli good, Mountain Dew bad. This is not as much about learning new things as a lot of people think it is. It's more about a mindset that we're going to have to adopt, take in. We know you're going to have to choose some nutrient-rich foods. Those foods are not these foods, right? When somebody says, I'm doing low carb, why are they doing low carb? Well, mainly because Cheddar Bay biscuits are high carb, right? Cookies and pies are high carb. Pancakes are high carb. You know what a pancake is? It's got the word cake in it because it's cake. Do you really look for pancakes for breakfast? That might be part of the problem. That's not going to be one of our top 10 foods. We eat too much of this. A lot of this, in addition to the 10 foods we're going to go over, is avoiding the foods that aren't on the list. They're just loaded with calories and not nutrient rich. Why do we eat? 3 reasons we eat as we move into the 10 foods. We really do have 10 here coming up. What are the reasons we eat? We eat because we need to survive, sustenance. We eat because we enjoy its celebration, and we eat because we're bored or we're coping. This girl right here is eating these potato chips, watching her favorite show at 10 o'clock at night. What's her issue? Most people's issue is this. We eat enough food during the day, then we eat some more. We didn't eat some more. And what we ate more of was this. Chips, they're not on the list. These cookies and that muffin, they ain't on the top 10 list. Is she sitting there thinking, I wish I knew what were the top 10 foods for weight loss? No, she's not ready yet. You're really not going to be interested in that list, probably until you're somewhat annoyed with where you're at. Until our current situation strikes us as severe, the solution will seem extreme. Nobody wants no 10 healthy foods to eat till they're ready. Are you ready? I'm assuming you're at least somewhat intrigued, somewhat interested, so let's look at our list. 10 best foods for weight loss. We would start with vegetables. Vegetables are nutrient rich. They're nutrient dense and extremely low calorie. Leafy greens, peppers and onions. That's going to have to be really high on the list. Then apples. Apples are amazing what's in an apple. Have you ever done research on everything that's in an apple? There is a reason they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If you have an apple a day, it may just change your life, especially if it's in place of a Snickers. Fish like salmon. My go-to when I go out to eat, do they have wild-caught salmon? If not, do they have salmon? If it's wild-caught, that's what I'm going to get. Almost inevitably, you go out with my family, they know Dad's going to get the salmon. Why wouldn't you? What are you going to get? Fried something? This is one of your choices. Great healthy fat, great protein, because if you're limiting your intake, you're going to have to get enough protein and fat with limited calories. Fish helps you do that. So does chicken. Why chicken instead of fish? Because it's everywhere. It makes it easier. Chicken's good for you. Research chicken. It's great for you. Now, if you're a vegetarian, sorry, but chicken's good for you. And, of course, you're going to get it grilled. Then eggs. Eggs is complete food. Eggs by themselves almost gives you everything you need. Eggs are amazing. Have them for breakfast regularly. They're loaded with nutrients and protein. They're, in a lot of ways, second to none. That's why they call them the perfect food. I would have eggs on the ready, hard-boiled, ready to eat. So you have eggs instead of a piece of toast or some chips or a lot of things. It's just a better choice. And avocados are amazing in guacamole. It's fine. You can get them that way. They have great fat. Avocado is technically a fruit. It has healthy fat. It's got some protein and it's got fiber. You can almost live on avocados alone. Walnuts are another food that has all three, the trifecta: protein, fat, and fiber. All three in the walnuts. Some would call walnuts the king of nuts. Now, other nuts are good too. You could substitute for a different nut like macadamia nut or pecans, but walnuts give you those three in a great way. And then a whole food vitamin. Why a whole food vitamin? Just in case you're missing something. You know what the most important nutrient is? Remember hundreds of years ago when ships just started going on voyages that were months long because they were going on these oceans they were exploring, and men were dying of scurvy because they lacked vitamin C. You know, the most important nutrient is the one you lack. And if you're not eating variety, if most of your stuff's coming from things that aren't nutrient rich, you risk being lacking, insufficient. You're malnourished. So you want that variety, and just to be safe, you get a good whole food vitamin in case you're missing something. The less food you eat, in a sense, the more likely you might be missing something. But you want to overeat to make sure you're not missing something? No. Health is to be the right weight. And then I have xylitol gum. Why xylitol gum? Because sometimes you don't need anything to eat, but you really would like something to chew on. And that brings us to the last one, which would be nothing. That's one of our top 10 best foods for weight loss. Nothing. Because some people, that's the last thing in their mind is to just fast or do without, when that's the first thing you ought to do. Many times you've had all you need. You don't need food. You need a hobby. You need to go do something. You don't need to be eating at all. So there's our list. Hope that helps you. And please give this a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. We value that. We appreciate you watching. Tell your friends about us, and we'll see you on the next video.